Hello students, today we are going to do NCERT Class 7 Vocational Education Kaushal Bodh Chapter 1, that is Plant Nursery. What is meant by propagation in plants? Give 2 instances of plant propagation. Answer: plants grow or multiply themselves through a process known as propagation. Some plants start as tiny seeds that grow into small plants or enormous trees. Others, like potatoes, can be grown straight from tubers or branches cuttings. Next, what are the most important requirements for plant growth? For growth, plants require water, nutrients, sunlight and air. These are the fundamental needs for growth and survival. When using a heater, why do people leave a bowl of water in the room? The air in the room gets dry while a heater is used to make the air more comfortable and avoid dryness related issues like itchy skin or a burning feeling in the nostrils. People keep a bowl of water nearby. Describe the effects of air dryness and humidity on people and plants. The weather seems moist when the humidity is high and when it is low. Human discomfort can result from either too much or too little humidity, which can cause dry skin or a burning nose. Similar to this, humidity has an impact on plants at different phases of growth. Both extremes can be detrimental to their development. In comparison to arid regions, why do more plants grow close to water sources? Because water sources like ponds, wells and stream margins offer the ideal soil temperature, humidity and moisture content for plant growth. More plants thrive there. Why is the ideal temperature crucial for plant growth? For healthy growth, plants require the ideal temperature. Extreme heat can be dangerous or uncomfortable. Since every plant has a varied temperature need, it's critical to provide the ideal environment for growth. Why do some plants only thrive during particular seasons? Different plant species have different growth promoting temperature. Only when the season offers the right temperature and the other environmental factors do these plants thrive. What may be done at a nursery to ensure the survival and healthy growth of plants? To guarantee the best possible survival and growth of plants, you should establish the ideal temperature, humidity and moisture levels in a plant nursery. Okay. Write the details of your visit and interaction with the expert in the following format. Visit date: April 5, 2025. Greenleaf Plant Nursery is the name of the nursery that was visited. Nursery type: vegetable and flowering plants. Plant varieties cultivated include tomatoes, marigolds, roses and brinjal or eggplant. The following nursery supplies and tools were used: gloves, a watering container, a cutter, a spade and seedling trays. Which plants are generally grown in the nursery? Mostly flowering and vegetable plants are grown in the nursery. What methods of plant propagation are used in the nursery? Seeds and stem cuttings are typically used for propagation. Are the same plants grown throughout the year, or are there seasonal variations? If yes, which plants are grown in which season? There are seasonal variations. Different plants like winter vegetables, summer vegetables, or specific flowers are grown according to the season. What management practices such as watering, pest control, nutrients, etc. were followed? The plants were watered regularly. Organic compost was used to provide nutrients and neem spray was applied for pest control. What were the main challenges faced during the activities? Managing the diverse needs of the plants such as watering, sunlight and pest control required constant attention and care. What will you do differently next time? Next time, a more structured care schedule can be created. Investment in better tools can be done and advice can be sought from experts for more efficient plant care. What conditions helped your plants grow? If your plants did not grow well, what should you do next time? Plants grew well because of regular watering, proper sunlight, usage of organic compost, pest control and teamwork. If plants do not grow well, focus should be on checking soil quality, proper irrigation and timely pest management. Identify a few examples of jobs related to the work you did in this project. Job title, description. Job title is gardener. Description, responsible for planting and maintaining the garden. Botanist, expert in plant science. Forest officer, responsible for managing forest resources and conservation. Farmer, grows crops and manages agricultural activities. Agriculture scientist, works in research and development of better farming techniques. Nursery manager, manages day-to-day operations of a plant nursery. Horticulturist, specialist in growing and cultivating plants for aesthetic function purposes. Ecologist, studies the relationship between living things and their environment. Sustainable farming consultant, advises on environmentally friendly plant growing methods. Observe how the conditions necessary for healthy growth of the plants are provided in the nursery. Some specific questions you can ask the people working in the nursery are as follows. How do you ensure that plants receive the right amount and duration of sunlight? Nursery workers keep an eye on each plant species light needs. Plants that require full sun are positioned in bright open spaces. Those that require less sunshine are housed in areas with filtered light or semi-shade. To ensure that plants receive uniform exposure throughout the day, some nurseries rotate trays or use scheduled movement. What methods do you use to provide shade for plants? Green nets, also known as shade nets, are put in place to keep out too much heat and sunlight, particularly during busy times. For delicate plants and seedlings, temporary shades such as umbrellas or cloth covers may be utilized. Nursery spaces can also benefit from natural shade from trees or built-in roof panels. What measures do you take to maintain ideal temperature for plants? On hot days, shade netting helps keep the temperature down. Greenhouses or polyhouses are used to regulate the temperature, particularly for tropical or sensitive plants. During heat waves, watering the ground can help lower the temperature. Nurseries may cover plants with plastic sheets or keep them indoors or on chilly days to prevent frost damage. How do you make sure that plants receive right amount of water? Staff members regularly check the soil's moisture content using moisture meters or their hands. Set watering schedules, typically in the morning and evening, based on the needs of the plants. Sprinklers or drip irrigation aid in supplying uniform regulated water. To prevent waterlogging, extra water is flushed out. How is optimal humidity maintained? Sprinklers or fine mist sprayers raise humidity, particularly for plants that prefer water and are tropical. To provide passive humidity, water buckets or trays are placed nearby. Greenhouses use devices, vents or humidifiers to control humidity. Stable humidity levels are maintained by retaining moisture in closed nursery setups. Is there anything else that plants need for their healthy growth? Indeed, plants require nutrient-rich, well-textured, well-aerated soil. Regular fertilization with chemical or organic fertilizers, depending on the type of plant, is also beneficial to them. Disease prevention is aided by proper air circulation. Plants that are properly spaced won't compete with one another for water, light or nutrients. For healthy growth, illnesses and deficiencies must be regularly monitored and treated. How do you prevent damage to plants from external factors like pests, animals or human activity? Example, are there pathways between plant beds and protective fencing? Plant beds are surrounded by protective fence or netting to keep animals and unauthorized individuals out. To prevent people from stepping on the plants, walkways are kept up between plant beds. To reduce pest damage, natural and organic pesticides are utilized. Birds and small animals are discouraged with scarecrows, sticky traps or physical barriers. Employees keep a close eye out for damage and act fast to address any problems. Next, how are plants transported from the nursery to home gardens or farms? In order to prevent root damage, plants are gently removed from soil or pots. To keep roots hydrated, they are frequently wrapped in damp materials such as linen or newspaper. For safe transportation, plants are packed in boxes, trays, or bags. Plants may be transported on longer trips in cars with shading and vibration reduction features. Customers may receive instructions on how to take care of and replant the new plants at home. Now, information for developing the plant nursery. Name of the plant, method of plant propagation used in nursery, how conditions for healthy growth are provided, special care required, yes or no, if yes, what is to be done. Okay, name of the plant, bird's nest fern. Method of plant propagation used in nursery, spores, sometimes division. Conditions for healthy growth, provide indirect sunlight, maintain humid conditions. Special care is required, yes. What is to be done, keep moist, avoid direct sunlight, maintain humidity. Bird of paradise. Method of plant propagation, seeds, division. Conditions for healthy growth, provide medium to bright light, regular watering. Special care needed, yes. What is to be done? Control size by light exposure, moderate watering. Calathea beauty star. Method of plant propagation, division or cuttings. Conditions for healthy growth, medium light, high humidity. Special care required, yes. What is to be done? Frequent watering, maintain humidity, avoid cold drafts. Bella palm. Method of plant propagation, division. Conditions for healthy growth, low light tolerance, regular watering. Special care required, no. Pilia peperomioides. Division, cuttings. Method of plant propagation, division and cuttings. Conditions for healthy growth, bright indirect light, moderate watering. Special care required, no. Ponytail palm, seeds or offsets. Method of plant propagation, seeds or offsets. Conditions for healthy growth, bright light, minimal watering. Special care required, yes. What is to be done? Avoid overwatering, allow soil to dry between watering. These plants are perfect for nursery cultivation because they are non-toxic, adaptable for a range of lightning conditions and rather straightforward to care for. The most common methods of propagation are cuttings, division or seeds. Paying attention to light levels, humidity and watering according to each plant's requirements are all part of healthy growing circumstances. While certain plants such Pilia peperomioides or Neonthe bella palm have less complicated care requirements. Others like Calathea and bird's nest fern need special attention such as avoiding direct sunlight or maintaining humidity. So students, I have covered almost all the questions, and if you need some more questions, and I will also upload the questions which are given in your book. And and if you want to ask me anything, you are most welcome in the comment box. Thank you.